you guys? Welcome back to another Anime Last Stand video, and in today's video we're going to be getting the godly Shinra. Honestly, this took a while, but it's also because they freaking bugged out Sho, and he's a dungeon unit, and I had 42 out of 40 pity, and it did not give me the pity, and I found out that you weren't able to get him, or unobtainable, or sort of. So I was like, damn, okay then. So I had to wait. It was very light night for me, but you know what? It is what it is. Let us get Shinra. Oh wait, hold on. It's my bad, you guys. I'm like really tired. It's like 5 in the morning for me right now. But let's get Shinra, let's evo him, and here he is, the burning hero fused. Oh my goodness! 924k damage, has a 25% team elemental advantage boost, which honestly, that's his godly buff. Not too bad, honestly, I gotta say for myself. But dude, he just looks so sick. Check this out, dude. Oh my goodness, what? Oh my god, dude, I love this. Glitch and Glorious Shinra, Burning Hero. I am very, very excited for this. This is going to be without skill tree, by the way, you guys. We can do a level 85 without skill tree. And then from right there, we'll do a level 85 skill tree, because there is a certain skill tree I do want to try to use on him. This is the cosmetic, by the way. It looks amazing. There is a Shino Bansho Man. Oh, I'm sorry if I cooked this, but Shin Bansho Man, honestly, I'm very excited for this. Bro is finally the godly. If you guys didn't know, Shinra goes godly in Fire Force. Fair warning, fair spoilers right there, but he's a beast. This is what he turns to. A lot of people did not even know who this godly was because they haven't gotten that far in the anime or they haven't read that far in the manga, so it's kind of crazy, but let's just check them out. We're using Shinra, Garo, Rimuru, and Kaiser just because it's a showcase. So it is what it is, and also there is a little bit of a surprise for this too. So when placing Shinra, he is going to be getting the ability, basically adaptation, for any element that you have on the team. He looks amazing with the blue flames and everything. This is representing water, by the way, you guys. So he is basically a water unit, but with the fire element, if that makes sense. We're gonna check more of him out. Let me read off his passes for you guys. Honestly, he is quite insane. Let's check this guy out real quick. So environmental awareness changes a utility based on what element on your team has the most unit. Example, if you have more water units equipped than others, gains new upgrade path and utilities. Elemental synergy for water deals 100% damage to fire enemies, and all water units in range receive a blessing from this unit. This blessing increases their damage by 15% and their range by 20%, permanent until it is sold. So honestly, he reminds me a lot of Quincy King. Quincy King, on the other hand, also buffs units as well, but he does also get the ability Blizzard, as you guys can see right there on the little corner. 3.63 million damage that he's doing currently, and like I said, he is literally just like Maharaga. Bro is adapting to whatever you have on your team, and it's just really cool, dude. It's honestly unique. I love that they did this with him. He deserves it. A lot of these godlies, you know, it's both Mace, like honestly I say it's like RNG. Like Sukuna is heavily RNG focused. Luffy, not a lot of people like him because of his godly buff, and honestly he just looks amazing. Like, look at him, you guys. Oh my goodness, dude. I personally really like this godly a lot. So as we're getting up in damage, he is doing a very good amount of damage. So he's getting the Kick of Despair, which honestly, a lot of these, like, I'm not sure why, but the VFX is not as good as like I would have thought, to be honest. It's just like the fire blocks a good amount of it. So 446 million. Then he gets Ice Terrain. So this is for water. Freezes all enemies in mass for 25 seconds. Once this freeze wears off, deals 5 times damage to all enemies in range, and all water element units deal 50% more damage for the next 100 seconds. So if you have any other water elements, just like how I do right here, I got Garo, I got Rimuru, I got Kaiser. All these guys right here are going to be getting a blessing when placed in Shinra's range. Let's check them out. Let's put Rimuru, and as you guys can see, he gets the Adalo effect, or blessing, my bad, but it doesn't change anything of Rimuru. His passives stay the same and everything. Same thing if I put Kaiser, his passives and everything stay the same, but I believe it's when they get to their final upgrade. So 337 million for Kaiser. And what about Rimuru? Rimuru goes, dude, Rimuru is like OP as hell. He was really good for the dungeons, but Rimuru 661 million. What if we use Ice Terrain? Is that gonna buff up their damage by chance? Not okay, we're gonna check this out. Actually, hold on, give it a sec, you guys. So now let's use Ice Terrain, and they go up to no, so it's just a blessing, as you guys can see, of what he is doing. So it's not too bad, not too shabby, honestly. It's really good water buffer, a water unit that's helping out other water units. Honestly, it's weird, a fire unit helping out water units. Who would have thought, honestly? But now that we're done with the water, let's go and get some other elemental factors in here, you guys. Next element I do want to do is potentially fire, because Shinra is a fire, so I do want to see what he's going to be doing for other fire units. I pray it is also a buff, or maybe they're gonna be like Escanor, where it buffs their like burn, sunburn, blue flames, and all that. That I can see that happening. Let's use Anto. And do I have another fire unit that I do want to use? Let me see, dude. I have so many freaking units, man. I need to get rid of a lot of these. If you guys want free units, let me know. I have a bunch of unevoed Halloween a bunch of Halloween units that they're unevoed, so if you want, I'll give them to you guys. As you guys can see, I'm at 1,276 for units, so it's no bueno. So let me know if you guys want any. Write it down in the comments. I got you guys. But let's go check out this fire team. We got Rengoku as our final one, and let's check them out now in the showcase. So different units on, like I say, fire units. I guess his damage does decrease or increase depending on what you're using, so it's not too shabby, not too bad. As you guys can see, this is what Shinra's supposed to look like with fire, like the red aura around him. 1.91 million on placement, and he has Heat Link, which is this unit's sunburn damage is buffed by 35% when attacking an enemy under the source of burn. Damn, okay, so he is gonna be sunburn meta relevant, I can say. So as you guys can see on the side, he does have sunburn, and it's doing 3.35 million, and he has also Scorched. Whoa, Scorched causes enemies to 50% more damage from all sources to burn for 15 seconds. This effect has a 35-second cooldown per enemy. Damn, okay, Shinra. This is like an in-depth guide, you guys. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering words and all that, but his VFXs do stay the same, but he is not a AoE anymore. He is, oh no, wait, he was never an AoE. He just has a really big circle, my bad. He is doing 670 million damage with sunburn and 383 million without, I mean, just pure damage. That's crazy. And then he gets volcanic eruption, which for fire, upon activation, enemies take 100% more damage from all burn sources and 50% more elemental damage from fire elements units. Permanently inflict scorch on all enemies under this unit's range, and enemies which are under the scorch effect after the use of the ability will take 5 times this unit's damage and have blaze inflicted off that multiplier every 150 seconds. Oh my goodness, I have not read that much in a good bit. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't butcher it too much, but honestly, if I put other fire units here, that is just basically them gaining a buff where they're going to be doing more damage with their DOT, with their burn, with their scorch, or with their sunburn, which Shinra is going to be buffing them, which, damn, dude, this is kind of crazy to think about, that now Shinra is going to be a meta relevant support godly, and I see him as a heavily support godly for the fact that he is able to buff any element, any elemental stuff in his range, in his team. So this is really good, really good. Maybe it's gonna be tourney meta. If you guys do want tournament videos, let me know. I didn't post one last one because I personally really hate RNG. I don't like RNG in tournaments. I do not like how you need to be lucky to reach the top. I like strategic stuff. But yeah, you know what's too bad about tournaments? Let's go on to the next one. For the next elemental factor, what do I want to do? Let's get rid of Escanor, let's get rid of Anto, let's get rid of Rengoku, and potentially let us do, I'm not sure, maybe light? Should we do light, dude? You know what? I'll do light. So let's get Luffy, and let me give you guys a little sneak peek of what my glitches look like, because I know you guys ask about it. So let's check this out, you guys. So let's put Glitch and Booyah. Here we go. Let's get Gilgamesh onto the team, and then do I have another light unit? Do I mean, we can use Gogeta, or you know what? Let's use Kirito, only for the fact because his event is still active. The St. Patrick's event is still active. Let's use Kirito. Let's do this, you guys. Let's see what Shinra gets this time for the light elemental factor, dude. So Shinra on placement is going to be doing 2.87 million, which is more than what he was doing with this fire. And oh my god, dude, this is fire. Actually, the yellow suits him so well, dude. His hair looks like from Fairy Tail. I forgot the girl's name. She's a devil, but she also has spiky hair like that. But he does get overload burst. So every 150 seconds deals 5 times this unit's current damage and applies bolt off that multiplier. For every enemy that dies through this, 1% range caps at 30% permanent. Enemies who are hit by this passive take 25% more damage from this unit for the next 30 seconds. Honestly, when I was reading this passive, the first thing I thought of, and the first unit that I truly thought of, is Kaido. Kaido with Plasma, and the amount of damage he's already doing with his days, and these two working together would be insane, dude. Oh my goodness. But you know what? I'm gonna stop glazing and let's get this man upgraded. He becomes AoE, and then after that he becomes a cone. What, a cone? Okay, you know what? Lightning Shower, light. Upon activation, deals 15 times damage and applies bolt off the multiplier to all enemies in range for the next 30 seconds. All incoming bolt and plasma damage is increased by 50%. Okay, so I was right about Kaido. Yeah, Kaido. Or you can also use Yorichi as well, because she does also have plasma, and then Kaido has no. Yorichi has bolt and Kaido has plasma. There you go. My bad, you guys, my bad. But honestly, OP as hell. Shinra, 303 million with a 4.86 second SPA for light. Not bad. On to the next one. Once again, let's do a little sneak peek on my glitch units, you know? I'm kidding, you guys. My bad. That was cringe as hell. Okay, you know what? Let's go to glitches real quick, and let's just, you know what? Let's do nature units this time. So we're going to want Jin Mori. We're going to be wanting Giorno, and then for the last unit, I mean, we can also do Eren. So you know what? It is what it is. Pure nature right here. Dude, I'm just like noticing, like, my teams have been full glitches, you guys. This is, if you guys can guess how much glitches I have, I'll give you a bundle. So Shinra on placement is going to be doing 3.19 million. Okay, and he got the green aura. Oh my god, this is so, oh my god, this is cool. What? Shinra, why are you looking so good, dude, with these freaking effects around you? And he gets Fatal Precision. Every 5 attacks, this unit has a 0.6% chance to instantly kill an enemy. Don't tell me this is gonna be a Kurumi part 2, dude. Oh my god, this is gonna be horrid. This is gonna be horrible. Please no, dude. I don't want no RNG, please. He does get Accelerate though. Decreased DOT press time. Okay, that's not bad. Honestly, I forgot which other unit has Accelerate, but not a lot of people, or not a lot of units have that. So, and then he gets the Purification of Life. Upon activation, decreases the HP of all enemies in range by 15% of their current HP, which honestly is not bad whatsoever. It's honestly useful. But dude is doing 734 million damage. Holy hell, dude. Shinra is just like, dude, this is kind of crazy with the combinations you can be doing with Shinra. Dude, I used that and I saw that the enemy's HP did go lower. There's not much for the nature, but honestly, this is really cool. On to the next one now. And last but not least, we're going to be doing, what's it called? Dark units. So dark units are next. I have a ton of dark units, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So let's take out these nature units. Let's get in some dark units. Let's add Sunjin Woo, of course, because that is the GOAT Woo. That is an amazing guy right there. Let's add in Aizen as well because he just got extreme boosted. And then let's add in Ainz because Ainz gotta be one of my favorite characters in anime. So I gotta say, Ainz, Aizen, and Drip Woo. Let's do this, you guys. I'm ready for it. I wonder what this dude's gonna get this time, man. Alright, so for Shinra plays down, bro is already having Dark Aura around him. He looks amazing, doing 1.91 million on placement. Damn, is Nature really like his highest DPS? What? Dude, that is kind of insane. But, oh, and he does get Black Flames, and he gets Dark Purge. Okay, when attacking Dark Element enemies, deals 100% more damage to them, and each time he attacks one, slows them by 35% of their current speed for 8 seconds, 20-second cooldown. If unit is stunned, remove the stun and deals 5 times current damage to all enemies in range. That would have been amazing in dungeons if I would have had that, because honestly, the way that dungeon was stunning my units every 5 waves, dude, it was mad annoying. I never ever want to do dungeons ever again, dude. So you know what, as we level this guy up, let's see how much he's doing. 168 million Black Flames, not bad. Let's get him fully upgraded now, and he's doing 309 million. He gets Despair for Dark. Upon activation, removes 35% of the strongest enemy in range HP instantly. Should not work on bosses. Inflict a permanent variant of Despair on all enemies in range, which makes enemies take 50% more damage from all elements except dark elements. What? Slows enemies down by 20% of their current speed, makes them take 15% more DLT damage and take 15 more crit damage. Additionally, deal 100 billion damage to all enemies on the map. So he has a nuke. He has like, I didn't understand that. All elements except for Dark is doing more damage. Maybe because he's already giving off a good buff for Dark. I can say that potentially. He does not get any additional ones, but he does have a nuke though, which is honestly a big W for Shinra. And if you guys didn't see earlier, he was doing 1.48 billion damage. Dude, that is insane. Billion Black Flames, dude. Honestly, W GOAT. W freaking godly. I love it so much. I love this cosmetic. It's probably going to be one of my cosmetics I'll leave on for a good bit. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See you guys. Actually, I lied. I am so sorry, you guys. This is probably after the video, but dude has also a neutral ability, dude. So if we go to his abilities, he gets 2 passives for neutral, and then he also gets something for neutral right here where it's called Fabric of Reality, and this is for neutral. Sends all enemies back to spawn and decreases all units' ability cooldowns by 90%. Enemies who were affected by this rewind will be permanently slowed by 20% of the speed they had when rewinded, and this will also deal 150 billion damage and reduce all enemies HP by 5%, which is honestly like a better Poochie, dude. A real better Poochie, because this dude decreases the time by 90% for ability cooldowns. In freaking insane, dude. Oh my goodness. And then he gets 2 passives as well. Where are they at? No, they're not down here. No, this is water, nature, light, fire, dark, neutral. Okay, so for the first one on top is change utility based on what element on your team has the most unit. Example, if you have more water units, oh, that's basically for the neutral. My bad, you guys. Opposite direction, this unit nullifies its weakness against water enemies, dealing neutral damage to them. In return, this unit deals 50% less damage to nature enemies. So honestly, I can see how this can work and can't work. Neutral doesn't seem like it would be crazy. I mean, his freaking ability is crazy, but overall his passive is no bueno. But I will actually catch you guys later. See you guys.